Hopefully welcome to driving stocks and look for auction today. Got its Renault Clio. This is a 2009 59 plate vehicle and it comes in a 1.2 petrol engine. I'll give you a quick 2-round outline as you can find the vehicle so you can see what it is even now. So on the front of the vehicle here, as you can see, there's a slight scuff along the front of the paintwork there. However, the remainder of the front of the vehicle is very well maintained and looked after, showing no major signs of dent, scratches or scuffs. The bonnet of the vehicle there, as you can see, it's got a few minor stone chips as to be expected given the age and mileage of the vehicle, and both the windscreen and the wipers are in perfect working condition with plenty of life remaining. And the vehicle itself is very well maintained and looked after, a great example of the vehicle itself. Moving over to the passenger side of the vehicle, as you can see here, the vehicle's in great condition, very well maintained and looked after with both the paintwork and the bodywork. The rear panel here, very well maintained, with a very slight scratch along the rear bumper here. The rear wheel, as you can see, has got a slight sign of damage along the rear of the wheel. Over the vehicle showing no signs of any rusting or damage along the major part of the rear arch. The rear of the vehicle here, again, showing no signs of any rusting or erosion. And the front wheel arch here, also the same there. The front wheel, as you can see, again, slight signs of damage, slight signs of wheel scuffing as well. Over the wheel, very well maintained throughout the vehicle. The front door there, as you can see, very well maintained and looked after throughout. And overall, a great example of the vehicle. Moving over to the rear of the vehicle, as you can see, it's got some minor scratches along the boot here. However, the remainder of the bodywork and the paintwork, generally speaking, very well maintained, with slight signs of damage as to be expected given the age and mileage of the vehicle. However, the vehicle itself is very well maintained and looked after, and a great example of the vehicle throughout. Moving on to the driver's side of the vehicle, and much like the rest of the vehicle, as you can see, very well maintained and looked after throughout the paintwork and bodywork of the vehicle. Front panel, as you can see here, very well maintained and looked after, a great example of the vehicle. Front wheel, as you can see, slight signs of damage along the alloy, however again this is very well maintained and looked after generally speaking. The front wheel arch of the vehicle there, as you can see, very well maintained and looked after, showing no major signs of any dents, scratches or scuffs, and the vehicle showing no signs of any rusting throughout. The rear of the vehicle and the rear wheel arch, as you can see, also showing no signs of any rusting or major signs of damage. Got a slight scratch and a bit of damage where the bumper, as you can see, has been hit at some point. However, this is very minor, and however the vehicle stays completely intact. The rear wheel there, as you can see, very well maintained, showing no major signs of any damage. And both the paintwork and the bodywork throughout the vehicle very well maintained, with a few light signs of age-related marks. Finally, moving on to the interior of the vehicle, as you can see here, this is in immaculate condition, very well maintained and looked after, showing no signs of any tears or stains on the rear of the seats here. Moving over to the front of the vehicle, as you can see on the passenger seat, very well maintained and looked after throughout. And the driver's side, slight signs of wear on the seats, as you can see here and here. Obviously has not made the seats come away at all, and they stay completely intact throughout. With the vehicle, you've also got your 5-speed manual gearbox and your fully working stereo system. The vehicle does come with one key, as you can see here, and partial service history. And taking a look at the dashboard, as you can see, there are no warning lights on the dashboard, and the vehicle sits just above 133,000 miles. And that concludes the video. Thank you for watching, happy bidding, and I look forward to meeting you all on collection.